Hello everyone, myself Dr. Mayura Deshmukh, Head and Assistant Professor, Department of Geology, Sri Shivaji Science College, Amravati. I welcome all the participants who have joined this course. Today we will discuss on occurrence and distribution of groundwater. Firstly, we will see occurrence of groundwater. See in this figure, this is the surface, land surface, this is the underground surface, this is the surface water. When surface water means river, ocean, lake water, okay, or atmospheric water. Atmospheric water means rainwater. When surface water or atmospheric water percolate or infiltrate through soil and rock under the earth's surface, that water is called as a groundwater. Okay. The groundwater occurs in fractious rock and in pore spaces. See in this figure, these are the fractures. Okay. In these fractures, the water is filled, and these are the pore spaces. Pore spaces means tiny holes or openings. The groundwater fills in the spaces, means the groundwater occur in fractious rock and in pore spaces. Okay. The main source of groundwater is rainwater and melting snow, and then moves through soil and rock into the groundwater system. The groundwater occurs everywhere beneath the earth's surface, but is usually restricted to depth less than about 750 meters. Now we will see sources of groundwater. The sources are classified into two types, major source and minor source. Major source is meteoric water. It is a very important source of groundwater. It is derived from rainwater or melting snow. See in this figure, this is the rainwater. Then this rainwater reach to the earth's surface, percolate or infiltrate under the earth's surface. That water is called as a meteoric water. Under the earth's surface, the meteoric water is present. Mostly the part of underground surface is covered by meteoric water. Now we will see minor sources. Minor sources are three types: connate water, magmatic water and metamorphic water. And these water form at when rock is formed. Okay. It is classified on the basis of rock type. Then what is rock? Rock means the aggregate of minerals. Okay. In next PPT we can discuss on this topic. Firstly we will see connate water. Okay. The water entrapped in the rocks during sedimentations, that water is called as a connate water. Okay. See in this figure, when sediments are settled are called as sedimentation. Okay. That process is called as a sedimentation. Then what is the sediment? How to sediments are formed? When water is flow, that time some sand, silt, mud, organisms, plant parts are move with water. Okay. That times these particles are also flow with water, and these particles are settled in river, ocean or lake. That process is called as a sedimentation. And during these sedimentations, the water is entrapped. This water is called as a connate water. Okay. See, these are the sediments. High density sediments are settled first, then low density, very low density sediments are settled on each other. Okay, during this sedimentation process, the water is entrapped in that rock. That water is called as a connate water. The example of connate water is a Lathi sandstone. Okay, this water has been out of contact with the atmosphere for at least an appreciable part of a geological period. Okay, this water may be this water may have derived from ocean water, fresh water. Okay, and this water is typically in mineralized, highly mineralized in composition, means salty in nature. Okay, and connate water much this connate water not much important for human consumption. Then we will see magmatic water. Okay, how magmatic water is formed: when water form in cracks or pores of rocks due to condensations of vapor from hot molten magma. Okay, that water is called as a magmatic water. See in this figure, this magma is come out on under the earth's surface. The magma is three in form: solid, liquid and vaporous. Okay, see in this figure, the magma is come, and when magma is cool, that time some vapors are also with magma. Okay, these vapors are condensed during cooling. Okay, cooling of magma. This water is called as a magmatic water. Okay, when magma is cool and solidified, the igneous rock is formed. Okay, and that's why this water is called as a plutonic water. Why? Because the plutonic rock is the type of igneous rock, and it is formed at first stage. That's why it is called as a plutonic. And this water is also called as a juvenile water. Juvenile meaning is that young. Okay, this water is formed at young stage or first stage. That's why this water is called as a juvenile water. Okay, it is formed at very deeper conditions. When this water form at shallow depth, this water is called as a volcanic water. And this water also not much important for human consumption. Now we will see metamorphic water. The water is formed during metamorphism. That water is called as a metamorphic water. Due to pressure and temperature variations, some rocks may squeeze an appreciable quantity of water. Okay, see in this figure, when igneous or sedimentary rock are converted into another form during metamorphism process, means heat and pressure applied on both rocks, that times the rock is converted into another composition or another structures. That rock is called as a metamorphic rock. During this metamorphism process, the water is formed. That water is called as a metamorphic water. Okay, see this is the rock cycle. This is the magma. When magma is cool and solidified, that rock is called as a igneous rocks. During this process, the water is formed. That water is called as a magmatic water. Okay, when igneous rocks weathered and erosion, the sediments are formed. These sediments are settled. That process is called as a sedimentation. During this sedimentation process, the water is entrapped in that rock. That water is called as a connate water. Okay, when igneous and sedimentary rock converted into metamorphic rock, during this metamorphism process, the water is entrapped in that rock. The water is called as a magmatic rock. Okay, from this a rock cycle, you can easily understand how is water format in different rocks type and how it gives the names. Okay, these are the references for I use these references for these presentations. Today we will stop here, and in next session we will see distribution of groundwater. Thank you.